Okay, so this week we look at how to prevent an affair in a relationship. How to prevent an affair in a relationship. Now, I was keen to use the word that is becoming popular. The Bible does not talk of the word affair. The Bible talks of immorality. But we have made it sound nice or soft, so that it doesn't look as bad as it seems. So, people say, I suspect my girlfriend or my boyfriend is having an affair. Well, indeed, it should be. I suspect that my partner is engaging in immorality. That is how it's supposed to be. But we have been raised on so much of chocolate. We have been raised on a lot of junk food. Most of us prefer to take chips instead of potatoes. It's the junk that we have been raised with that makes us use words that sound appealing, that sound nice. These days, people fear telling you that what you are doing is foolish. Instead, they want to make it sound soft and tell you maybe you should have done it this way. But that's not how God talks to us. God always says, that is righteous, that is holy, that is good. He says, this is foolish, this is stupid. I mean, the Bible talks of a foolish person in Proverbs so many times. And Paul himself talks to a whole nation of people saying, oh, you foolish Galatians, who has bewitched you? So that we see the gravity of the mistakes we are making. But we are used to making it sound so soft and so nice, which is not really God's way, but rather the world's way. So immorality is a big issue that we have. Most people think you become immoral when you have slept in bed with somebody that you shouldn't have slept with. But that's not immorality. It begins far. Nobody wakes up to discover they slept with someone. There is a series of events that take place. There is erosion of preventative measures which takes place that makes somebody to find themselves in such a state. One of the verses I like very much is Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5, wherein the Bible says, trust ye in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not upon thy own understanding. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. And that is the key to prevention of affairs in relationships. Now, look at these 4 startling facts about affairs. 4 startling facts about affairs. Now, like divorce rates, the rates of affairs keep increasing year by year. Every single year, the occurrences of affairs in our relationships keep increasing. They do not decrease at any given point. And the reason is we don't apply the right measures to prevent them. I remember back days when we were in school, measures were applied so that if somebody's performance was declining, there were some measures applied to ensure that their performance begins to rise again. Maybe you would be instructed to ensure you see the English teacher every time when others are going for games. So you wouldn't go for games. You had to go and see the teacher. And because of that pressure, that new concept, one was able to improve on their performance. But we are not applying the right measures. And that's why even though people complain, the rate of immorality still skyrockets. Now, fact number 2, This is very startling. Articles about mpango wa kando, or the side chicks, in the last decade say that it is here to stay. Those are articles within our country. They say that mpango wa kando is here to stay. I've gone through newspapers, I've gone through archives. All the authors didn't focus on how to avoid the side chicks. They were teaching people on how to cope with a side chick. And one of the connotations that is there is, if you are married to somebody who is busy, or somebody who is very handsome, or somebody with a lot of money, you just have to apply measures to cope, because it is a virus that cannot be avoided. That's what all articles are saying. Now, startling fact number 3 is that 17% couples surveyed roughly worldwide admit to engage in an affair with in-laws. 17%, that's a sixth of couples admit engaging in an affair with in-laws. That's why you hear people say, especially ladies, they would say, I'm not going to allow my sister to stay in my house, because sooner or later my husband will begin taking notice of her, and things like that. And number 4, 15% marriages and premarital relationships break because of infidelity. Now there's another term, infidelity. There is affair and there is immorality. Now the Bible uses immorality and infidelity, but it does not use affair. So I don't know which English is this, but this is what is in great use at the moment. So it's only 15% attributed to infidelity, and over 30% is attributed to issues to do with money, which is always the leading cause. Over 30%, but 15% end because of infidelity. Now, there is a big number of those that manage to survive infidelity issues, but there is an even more overwhelming number that cannot even take time to investigate why, or if it really happened. If they just hear a rumor, the relationship is gone. And I'm imagining, if Adam had a problem with Eve, Adam was never in a hurry, because he did not have another Eve. So he couldn't think that if I get her out of the way, I'll get somebody else in her place. So if he had problems, he had learned to fix them. But the problem with us is that we don't care to fix. We say we'd rather get him or her off so that I get somebody else, forgetting that Adam had a lot of time. Adam had up to 950 years to live. But you have less than 90% of what Adam had to live with. So we spend more time worrying and spoiling rather than correcting and fixing so that we move forward. Now, most people get afraid to get married because there is the notion that where can a faithful person ever be found? And because of that fear, most people are afraid to make that decision to move forward. There are people who say, I'd rather remain alone and safe than give myself away into the risk of diseases, being hurt emotionally, and all that. So we are still straying off the way, because God does not ask us to fear. About 365 times in the Bible, God is always saying, fear not, be afraid not. But we are investing in fear. And because of that, we have problems.